Whatever you're about to say, do it slowly. Break it to me easily, softly, all right? Whisper it.
I'm not going to get into this part because I want to lay a preface for it, and then I'm going to make a statement about the Tartle marketplace that is amazing. And when people get this dynamic of understanding it, then they're going to be like, holy shit.
I can feel
it's going to be like,
blood is leaving my extremities.
Yeah, it's
filling in my chest cavity.
This is going to light up like a motherfucker. The pineal gland.
My pineal gland is on fire.
We're going to uncalcify some people right now.
Right now we are. We're going to take that fluoride out of the water.
And so this sounds crazy to you, but it's going to turn into something more.
Okay, tell me.
I want to get into micropayments because we're doing that right now with Tartle.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's more than that. This is a major problem that has faced society. It's faced the internet and it's faced society for a long time.
Yeah.
I want you to send some money to Chile right now. I want you to send 50 cents to Chile. I want you to send a couple dollars to Chile. I want you to send $10 to Chile.
It'll cost you $15 in fees plus your $10 just to get it to that place.
I want you to do it online. How much is that going to cost you?
And I want you to do it instantly.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. You can't do it. There is not, even Bitcoin fees they just don't work.
Yes.
It economically is not feasible for the general public to use it. I don't care how many people try and engineer a new technology on top of it, whatever it might be. The fundamentals of that system at large do not work.
So let me say this. Would you say that the business model now of payments internationally has mass amounts of friction in it?
Yeah, it's so much friction. It's like burning your skin off. It's hot because things are just rubbing and nothing moves seamlessly. So there's no good way to move small amounts of money, which is typically what most of the world has because they live on less than $2.30 a day. So having a function for true micropayments and moving that around is so fundamentally important.
So here's their fix. The old system's fix for it. Are you ready? And this is the internet too.
Yep.
We'll take Spotify, Netflix, those. Let's create ads, and then we can give them free content. They don't have to worry about taking these small payments. We can have massive aggregation. We'll collect their data.
Yep.
And we'll give it to them for free, but then we're going to put, as Spotify, as Netflix, we're going to put ads. Yeah. Amazon, we're going to put ads.
That's what we need. The people who don't have enough money to put food on their table, let's serve them ads for things they can't afford.
So we're collecting data on both, whether we're doing it in the bad system where it's going to cost you $15 to send $10.
Yep.
We're doing this massive aggregation where we're giving them free content in hopes to get we're giving them something free to get their data, to correlate, to get users on the system and all that stuff, to create value for this company.
Right.
Netflix is worth shitloads of money. But we're collecting data on both, but it's still centralized.
It's completely
Both are centralized.
Yeah. Why? Because all that information collected only goes to a couple of parties. Why can't that information go to all parties? Why can't everybody share in the wealth of information?
But here's
like universities.
Here's the
don't
biggest
pay to
question.
Go to school.
This isn't my go-to form here.
Yeah.
But this is a good one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Here's the most important question to all these companies out there. How do you treat the information and how do you treat the user?
Wow.
Think about that.
You know what they'll say? Here's our terms of service and privacy policy. Is that how you treat them? Do you actually
Is that uplifting humanity?
Is that really helping them? Are you really establishing a relationship and empowering these people? No. You're using that information for yourself or your small little group, right? So that you can make a profit. You can squeeze them that much more. There's no balance. There's no balance.
What's the difference between, and I'm going to use an old example here. What's the difference between, remember the glass beads to Africa scenario?
Yes.
So, they value glass beads. So it's a form of currency they were using in Africa.
Yeah.
So we can exchange people
for glass beads.
But here's what we can do until they catch on. We have glass bead factories in Europe. So let's make a bunch of glass beads. We'll fill the ships full of glass beads.
And we can get
the glass beads for nothing. And then we can get all the slaves that we want.
Correct. That's like, you know what that is? Is like when there was a time when people would, certain seashells, that was currency.
Yes.
What if I have like an aquaculture operation?
Yes,
you know what I mean? Oh, salt? Oh, we're the only people with mining equipment. So we just have tons of salt we can, trade for whatever we want.
So these two systems that are totally centralized,
Yeah.
in theory, I'm not saying they're doing the same thing with slavery,
No,
but in
no.
theory, they're doing that to their users because they're not treating the information right. They're using it all for wealth and gain.
They're not sourcing it economically.
They're not
ethically.
considering the user at all when they're
No.
doing that. They're saying, how can I, like you said, squeeze, just as central banks are doing, just as Federal Reserve is.
Yeah.
How can I squeeze every little bit out of this person? Think of a sponge, and they're just squeezing all your life energy out. 'Cause that's what they're doing. And then how are they treating you as a user?
Yeah.
You may feel like you're being entertained on Instagram.
But at what cost?
Yes.
Thanks for the entertainment, but at what cost?
Mm-hmm.
For FOMO? For depression? For a lack of value for my time? Listen, when people clock in for work, they're expected to be compensated for their time, right?
Yes.
If you're clocking in on an app and generating data for them, these assets, you should be compensated for your time.
Yes.
Same thing. Shouldn't be any different, right? And you have a limited supply of energy over your existence as a human being, reincarnative or not. I don't care what you believe.
Right.
This meat suit has a specific amount of time and a certain amount of energy.
And that energy is being traded for work.
Traded for
payment.
work. Right. And so if you're not trading that and getting something equally in return to create a balance within this system of interaction amongst people and businesses, there is a problem. It needs fixing.
So how does the TARTLE free marketplace, how does that payment system fix all this? How are we not like, I mean, I like Netflix, I like Spotify, I have both. But how are we not like that old system? How are we not like the $15 to send $10?
You're acting about the crescendo.
Yes.
TARTLE is completely feeless, instantaneous value transfer of microtransactions to very large values, regardless, with the sharing of information where people are rightfully, ethically, and morally compensated for the sharing of their information. So as you do work, you receive the value for that work. That's how it should happen.
So let's say I have $40 on my TARTLE wallet.
Congratulations.
And I want to give it, and because I've done some data packets, and I want to give it to one of my family members.
Okay.
How much does that cost?
Nothing. Zero.
So here's my statement, my main statement.
It legitimately, like, no smoke and mirrors.
This is where I wanted to go straight up.
Zero.
So would you say that the TARTLE marketplace is millions of people working for you?
No, not for TARTLE.
No. I'm saying for you as that individual. The one person, millions of people.
Yeah.
You're sitting online, and maybe you live in Mexico, and you're sitting online. You're in Mexico City, and you're filling out data packets. You have to know that the TARTLE marketplace, there are millions of other people, hopefully billions, that are working just for you.
They are. You want to know why? Because it's a cooperative effort.
Mm-hmm.
The more that join, the more that work, we're all working for each other and ourselves to increase and uplift in that value.
Yes, because globally, if all people are doing all work,
yes,
what happens?
Oh my God, the world has changed.
Yes.
Look at all this fantastic stuff occurring.
So every single person on the marketplace is cheering for you.
Yes.
Not you as the CEO.
No.
I'm saying that person in Mexico City. Every person, whether it's the buyer or whether it's another seller,
we're championing.
Or wherever you're at. You can be in
up.
Iceland. You can be in Moscow. Doesn't matter. They're cheering for you.
Yeah, because we are all trying to make great amounts of change. And by us cheering you on, not only increases our value, it increases your value.
So can you tell me a company that's out there where you have millions of people working for one individual, for you guys that are listening, it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have another company where they've set up a system where millions of people, hopefully billions, are cheering for you too. No. And excited about the work that you're doing. Is there anything ethically out there like that?
It's like you take a library mixed with Google, mixed with the NFL, right? Or some, big soccer team, and you bring them all together. And then you wrap in some NGOs at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you bundle and squeeze, and that's that thing. I don't know of anything else. That's why on any sort of apples to apples comparison, nothing is occurring like what occurs on the TARTLE marketplace. Nothing. There's nothing out there like it. Not one damn thing.
So would you say our payment system, the wallets, TARTLE's marketplace, would you say it's high friction or low friction?
Do you remember that episode? Have you seen Rick and Morty?
Mm-hmm.
Morty thought he made a slippery surface, like a zero friction one.
Right.
And then Rick shows up. He's like, Morty, you don't know what like no friction is. And then he creates this like 1 square foot of completely frictionless surface. Morty steps on it and his brain like melts and he like has like this major epiphany. That's how frictionless it is. We don't ask anything of you. We don't force you to do anything. You consent to everything that you want to do. You're well aware, educated, all the materials there. And you have the opportunity to create as much value as possible.
And we're creating hundreds of hours of content, explaining and being totally transparent about every little bit way. We have walkthrough videos.
Everything.
We have everything that we talk about.
We even out there even getting third-party certifications to say that we are ethically and morally doing this for your benefit. I don't know how much more we got to say this for you guys, but it's about you. We're doing this for you. Why? Because it needs to exist. And I'm going to continue this. I have to say that TARTLE has to exist. It's a requirement for Earth's civilization, all of us on this closed system of a planet. It has to exist at this time because these catalysts of what's going on socially, politically, and economically are driving it to occur.
And the data 4.0 that they have the answer to solve all this is just a small elite group of people getting richer.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with helping 7.5 billion people.
Which is going up to 9.5 billion.
Yes. So how do we help 7.5 billion people? How can somebody have somebody cheer for them right now?
You sign up on TARTLE, and then you share the fact that you signed up on TARTLE. Oh, by the way, you get paid for sharing that information. Wow, you do work and get paid for it. It's absolutely amazing.
So
I'm
go on.
dumbfounded.
So if you love Facebook, sign up for TARTLE.
You're getting compensated for helping uplift humanity, making people aware of something that's actually beneficial for them, not just trying to get somebody to buy some other crap household as seen on TV product. No. Do something, share something truly beneficial.